Good morning, everybody. Today, we are going to continue from that expected question, chemistry practical, question that you are going to be expecting in a couple of days. I've dealt with the titration aspect yesterday, and I'm going to deal with the salt analysis aspect. Based on what WAEC brought, I think they brought the salt that we are going to be working with is a white salt. Now we are going to carry out series of tests on that white salt in the lab in the examination that we are going to do. Now the reagents that we are going to use are just three. The first one is the barium chloride, second one is sodium hydroxide, and the third one is the aqueous ammonia solution. So those are the three reagents that we are going to use in the course of the practicals. So now let's quickly run through the test. They will not give you the name of the salt, but they will just give you something like white like this. So, but through the test that we carry out, we will be able to know the type of salt it is, because every salt has their own peculiarity. So as we try to carry out series of tests, you'll be able to know so many salts. Like now, blue salt, any salt that is blue in color is copper, basically copper. Any salt that is whitish in color can either be silver, it can be calcium, it can be zinc, it can be lead, it can be aluminium, it can be any type of salt. So depending on the color. So the first thing that we use to identify this, to identify our salt, is the color of the salt. Now, the salt that they are going to give to us in a couple of days is color white. So we say that salt white in color, Ca2 plus, Pb2 plus, which is lead, Zn2 plus, Ag plus, what else? Al3 plus, Al3 plus. So that's the possibility. So because it is color white, those are the white salt that is available that are whitish in color. Now the next step is to say salt plus NaOH in drops. Salt plus NaOH in drops. And what we are going to get is brown precipitate formed. Then of all the white salt, when you add NaOH and the sodium hydroxide, and it brings out a brown precipitate, that type of salt is what? Silver salt. So Ag plus present. Now we go again by trying to make the NaOH in excess. So say salt plus NaOH in excess. Now we are still going to have brown PPT insoluble. That PPT means precipitate. So brown precipitate insoluble. So Ag plus, which is silver salt, confirmed. The second reagent that we are going to use again is the ammonium solution, aqueous ammonia solution. So we say salt plus NH3 aqueous ammonia. Now, what are we going to get as our precipitate? Our precipitate is going to be what? Brown PPT formed. That means Ag plus present. Now we are going to now add this our ammonia. We are going to add it in excess. Now salt plus aqueous ammonia in excess. Now, what are we going to find? It's going to be, what is going to happen there is that that brown precipitate that is formed is going to disappear and is going to form a colorless soluble solution. So brown PPT dissolves, forming a colorless solution. Now this one, Ag plus confirmed. Now the last one, the last reagent that we are going to use is barium chloride. Now we say salt plus barium chloride, BaCl2. Now it's going to form in drops, it's going to be white precipitate form, but in excess, that will be what? White precipitate insoluble. And it's because the silver salt has already changed, the silver ion of the silver salt has already changed radicals with chlorine ion of barium chloride. So, and the reason why we are having white precipitate insoluble is because of the formation of silver chloride. And silver chloride is always whitish in color. So we are going to have you can say Cl minus present, or you can also say Ag plus present, as the case may be. So it depends on what you can, they will still give you the mark. So that is what that is what is going to happen on the day of exam. We have the source is going to be silver, and this is likely going to be the reagent. The reagent that we are going to use is either sodium hydroxide or ammonia, aqueous ammonia, or aqueous ammonia or barium chloride. So those three reagents, they can use two of them and they can use all the three of them. But those are the things that we are likely going to get. I hope this video is helpful. If yes, subscribe to my channel, and if there is any problem, you can also message me in the comment section. Thank you.